says, sorry guys, you can't do that. So, well, for horizontal. So,
Yeah.
welcome in guys for our Q&A live stream. If you're watching from our playback, welcome Chris, Evan, CastMemberAdventures.
Yes.
We're just kind of obviously gonna wait for people to show up and we live stream. Oh no! Sorry, I'm using that for chat. So.
Oh no. That's funny. My shoulder is really hurting. I don't know why.
Just wait for some people to pop in and ask us any questions. I know we like to do last minute streams, so
Yeah.
if nobody pops in, that's cool. Hi Clarissa.
Clarissa.
How are you?
Yeah, I normally do late streams because I'm like super tired all day and like probably sleeping, or I have appointments and stuff and I'm busy, and I kind of just find like I'm bored, I'd rather just hang out and see what anyone wants to talk about, and I come on live like at 7 o'clock at night, so I apologize. Hi Tiffany.
Hi Tiffany.
Hello Nate.
Hello Nate, how are you? Welcome in guys.
We are good. I feel pretty good, except my shoulder's kind of hurting right now. It's been hurting for like 3 days, and I think it's because I keep lifting Riley, our daughter, and she's heavy, so I may have hurt my shoulder. So other than that, I'm doing pretty good, but I may keep rubbing my shoulder during the stream.
Yeah, we're doing good, Clarissa. Just I was watching the baseball game, and I came with the idea, you want to just go live? And she said, sure. So
Yeah.
everything's spontaneous.
New York City, what time is it over there right now?
If it's 7, it's 10 o'clock. So it's almost close to bedtime.
Oh, man.
Or 10:30.
I apologize.
Sorry for the late stream, but welcome in.
I'm sorry.
Gail, did I pronounce that correctly? Gail?
Gail?
Welcome in, welcome in.
Shoulder again. I may have to take a painkiller because it really is bugging me today.
So we decided to do a Q&A, like a get to know us type stream.
Yes.
So if there's any other questions you wanted to ask about being a cast member or just any life questions in general, go ahead and just fire away. Obviously, appropriate questions. So
Yes. Yes.
just wanted to come hang out with you guys, try and just interact some more. I like the interaction part of live streams. So
Yeah, hopefully we get some interaction because that's what he loves, that's what I love. So last night I streamed just because I was going to go through my pins for my pinfolio for the Kraken Trade Show. And I was like, well, I'm going to do this by myself. I might as well, live stream it. You guys can just watch as I go through all my pins. And if you want to interact, feel free to. And, we had a lot of good interactions with people last night. So, and then Evan popped in. He was at work. He was probably on his break or lunch.
Yeah, I was on
Lunch. And he popped in and was like talking to us, so that was fun. But I do have my pinfolio already. I shared it on my Instagram, but if someone who doesn't have Instagram, it's already. Get out the way, Evan. Get out the way. Pins. I have all my pins. Sorry, Evan.
you're fine.
And I'm really happy with what I did. So if you can't notice, I put them in kind of groups. So like I had a lot of Coco, I had Star Wars, a little bit of Ariel. I got Flotsam and Jetsam right here. A little bit of Frozen, so I kind of put them in its groups, and it was really fun doing that. So I did that off camera because it was already really late and I had to go to bed, and I did it on the way over here. We're currently in Riverside. And it was like an hour drive, so I did this on the drive here. And I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. Like I cannot get over how cool it looks. Love the Coco, yeah. So I got this one at Company D for $1.99, and I found this Coco. Well, these 3 Cocos on the boards. So yeah, and I love the original, the OG Coco, right there.
Yeah, we were able to put
Coco
the
ones.
two together. I love the Coke and the Coco ones.
Yeah, it was really fun. And which other ones do I love? I do have 2 of these Tianas down here, but I can't find the other one. I was actually supposed to look right now to see where she went, because, I paid for her, so I have to find the other one. Hopefully I can do that and have it for the Kraken show too. Boy, is it hot today.
Yes.
It's hot in here.
Has Gail ever been in here before? Are you new, Gail? I don't think I've recognized that name.
I don't know.
But thank you for coming in and saying hi. Being active in the chat, it makes it a lot more fun to interact. I mean, it's a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions, just fire away. You're really that hot?
I am hot.
I could see if I could turn the fan up more.
We may turn this fan up more because I'm like really hot. All new. Well, welcome. Thank you for checking us out.
It's not as high as it goes. Sorry.
Oh man, it's so hot.
I'll bring it closer.
Okay. Yeah, it's hot today, guys, and we just really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with us. You know, we have a couple of pre-made questions. You know, the general, like how did we meet, and you know, maybe some Disney questions for cast members. We know all about being cast members. You love pin trading, yay! Oh, hi Adam, aren't you at the game?
Hey, Dad.
He's at the Angel game right now, lucky.
Yeah, he says hi from the Angel game.
Yeah. We just decided to hop on because, you know, I thought, you know, he'd prefer watching the Angel game more, but, you know, he'd rather be here with you guys and hanging out and doing a live stream. So I was like, okay. I love doing live streams.
So, Gail, since you're new and you said you love pin trading, I'll ask you, what do you like to collect?
Yeah.
What kind of pins do you prefer to find on the boards? If you're on the East Coast, I'm assuming you're probably in Florida or close to Disney World. So,
she said from New York City.
oh, okay. Then you've probably been to Disney World a few times then. So, what kind of pins do you like to collect? And in between innings, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, I've been really loving the live streams. At first I wasn't sure if I wanted to do live streams just because we don't have the best connection with T-Mobile. But we just said, you know, let's just do it, you know, and we love it and I love it. So definitely want to do a lot more live streams. It's just a lot of fun and definitely more content. I know I would appreciate it, you know, if my favorite pin YouTubers were doing lives like almost every day.
All right. Nate says, do you have to be in college while doing the college program before becoming a CM? Can you be a CM without ever going to college? Or is the college program just like a training program that has nothing to do with college at all?
Do you know about the college program?
Neither one of us are college programmers. So, but I do know that you do not have to be, obviously with us, you do not have to be a college programmer to be a cast member. I know that they only cover some colleges. They just recently did Cal State Fullerton. They put on the list. So I know that you have to apply for it. Yeah. So you have to apply and get accepted, and then
you also do an interview too.
Yeah,
there's an interview over the phone. I'm assuming they also do webcam, but I think it's mainly over the phone, and I've seen a couple of YouTube videos of people recording the conversation and what they ask. So yeah, it's really interesting, and I personally never heard of the college program until I got hired at Disneyland. I totally would have gone for the college program, but I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know like specifically all the specifics, so maybe he can ask one of the cast members who is currently in the college program, and I'm sure they'll love to spill all the beans.
I think you do have to be a college student first, because we have two different kinds. We have the college program and we have what's called Disney Aspire. So Disney Aspire is if you're a cast member and want to go to college. I think the college program is someone who's already in college and needs a job. So, but the benefits about being a college programmer is that when you get hired in, you automatically get 3 years seniority put under your bank, because all your scheduling is based off seniority. So you could be literally day one and you could be higher than someone that's been there for 2 years and get a better schedule than them. So I think that they do that for the schooling effect of it, so that you can work around your classes.
Oh, yeah.
And then Disney Aspire, hold on. I know you're trying to talk.
No, go on.
Sorry, I know I interrupt you all the time, so I apologize. But the Disney Aspire is if you want to go to college, you could apply through there, and Disney will pay for your schooling. So it's kind of like a scholarship in a way.
What I will say is, I just remember when it was that time for all the Disney college programmers. We, as cast members who have been there for 3-4 years, I was currently only there for a year and a half, but I have friends who were there for like 5 years and 6 years more, and these college programmers would come in and they would take all of their hours and like Yeah, you weren't the most liked at first, but of course, it's just because of the hours and people like to complain, but it's just a big old joke at Disneyland, and then of course we always welcome them in as newbies.
Clarissa asks, why did you guys start working at Disney? I would love to work there, but I live in San Diego. I'll let you answer that first one.
All right.
So mine's a story, so.
Yeah, he's told his story a few times to different people, and it's a really cool story. For me, so I was at a job. I worked at Michael's craft store, which is like my favorite store. I do a lot of painting, a lot of art and stuff, so working there was awesome. I worked there for like overnight stocking, so I worked the graveyard shifts, and I only worked 1 or 2 days a week, and it really wasn't making me any money, and I didn't really enjoy it because we had so little staff that it was like constantly go, go, go. Like a 4-hour shift felt like a 9-hour shift because I had to do so many different projects in just 4 hours, and I would stay up obviously all night, and I hated that. So I was just looking for a new job, and my boyfriend at the time, he was like, hey, like, why don't you apply to Disneyland? You said you've always wanted to work there. So I heard it was really difficult to get into Disneyland, so I was like, they'd never hire me, like, I don't know. But I went ahead and tried, and actually got an email back in 30 minutes saying they wanted me to do a questionnaire, which is part of the process of getting hired. Maybe we can go over that later. And pretty much went through the whole process, and I got an interview. I slayed that interview, and I got the job. I got hired in May as well. He got hired May 4th. I got hired May 19th. And I honestly just wanted to work for Disneyland, of course, for the hours and the money, but I also obviously love Disneyland. I've always loved Disney, and I was just willing to work pretty much anything. But I had previous custodial experience from Not So City when I was 16, and I was like, let me just go for custodial, like, let me do it. And it was so much fun. I loved it. What's your story?
And then mine has like a pretext to it. So when I was 18, I applied for Disneyland. I went through the whole interview process. I got the interview. Back then, it was very strict with your, we call it Disney look. So back then, I was 18. I had ear piercings. And back then, that was a big no-no. So if I were to work there, I had no ear piercings. You weren't supposed to have any visible tattoos, no nose rings, unless it's a stud.
Yeah, like tiny.
No, you have to have all natural hair color. You can't have like any blues, pinks, greens, no neons, anything like that.
Very strict last before.
At that time, I only had experience working at a pizza place, so they offered me foods, and I said, I don't want to do foods. That's why I'm here. I want to do something different. I applied for attractions, so they told me no. And then when I was 21, I was driving for Uber at the time, and I picked up a cast member at TDA, which is like our corporate or like our paperwork center behind Toontown.
HR.
Yeah. So I picked up a cast member there because in order to get inside to work, you have to have your company ID at all times. And I had to drive them back to their house to go grab it, and I drove them back to Disneyland, and I asked them, are you guys hiring? Do you know if Disneyland's hiring? He says, they're always hiring. Just apply online.
Always.
And I applied. I got the interview the next day. Well, I got the questionnaire the next day. And then I did an interview in April of 2018. And then it took about a month after I got hired to start on May the 4th, 2018. So I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I picked up a cast member, and I applied again, and I got it the second time.
Yeah.
And I've been there ever since. Yeah. All right.
We're going to go down every question, so keep the questions coming.
Gail says that they collect Star Wars, Pixar, Stitch, Lion King, and Tinkerbell.
Ooh, Tinkerbell.
Nice.
And Stitch. Jocelyn, my sister, also said that she may want to start a Lilo and Stitch collection. So if you guys ever have some Stitch that you want to trade, I will definitely trade for you or for my sister. Because she just told me that last night. So she was like, yeah, I really want to do a Stitch collection. So I also said hi for Monica. You're not in right now, but if you see this later, I told my sister you said hi, so you said hi, and she said hello. So I did say hi to her.
Hi, Wonder Woman.
Yes.
We're just going down the list right now. Disney Blanquita says, hey guys, what's your all-time favorite meal? Ooh, that's hard. Oh, I thought you were already going to just sport it out loud.
I know, because I was thinking it, because you probably know. But I'm just like, no, like I'm thinking about Lamplight, about when we had the Kung Pao Bao.
I don't know if she means Disney specifically. I think she means your all-time favorite, like your personal meal. We could do both.
We'll do both because
Do your personal one first.
my personal one is pizza.
Yeah, that's what I thought
And
you were
we
going
have
to
a
say.
pizza box right behind us because we had pizza today.
Yep.
Because my all-time favorite food is pizza. It's delicious. I like anywhere I go. Like you can never mess up pizza to me. So if we go out about one time we tried this one place near San Pedro, and I forgot what it's called actually. I don't remember the name, but they sold pizza by the slice, and I told my mom to go grab me a slice because I wanted to try it. So I love pizza.
And then for my all-time personal favorite, it would have to be chicken fried steak. I love Southern food, so chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, all that stuff. And I'll start off with the Disney. I told you guys in the live stream yesterday that my all-time favorite would be that we tried it with Nara and Nod, Lamplight Lounge. It was Grung Cow Bao. I don't know exactly what it's called, but in our Instagram, our CastMemberAdventures Instagram, if you scroll down, I think it's the only food that I posted. It's that, and it's amazing.
I just saw Gio's comment. Said, does pineapple belong on
No,
pizza?
no.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
It's so good. It's so good.
And also, I said the steak over at Blue Bayou was amazing.
For me, it's hard because I haven't really tried many foods. That's why I'm so grateful for Na at New Disney. She really introduced me to a lot of new foods. So now I'm like the Kung Pao Bao from Lamplight Lounge. Lamplight Lounge. It is so good, and like definitely try it. It's delicious. I was definitely a little bit sus about it when I saw it because of the bread. I was like, what is that? But when you eat it, it's so good. I agree with Evan. No.
I collect these. They're coasters.
Yeah, they're really fun to collect.
I had more, but they got wet.
Yeah.
And ruined.
But Gio says he agrees with you.
Yes, thank you, Gio. You're not going to get permabanned now.
All right, what's the next question? Oh, wait, I don't think I answered my food one for Disneyland.
For Disney. No, Gio agrees with you.
Oh, he agrees with me?
Permabanned. They just asked the question.
Blanquita says she pineapple doesn't go on pizza, but Gio agrees with me.
Permabanned for starting this war here.
Oh my gosh. For the Disney foods, oh gosh. Yeah, Disney meal, I think I'd have to go with Kung Pao Bao. It was so good. And unfortunately, they only give you like 3, and you want to have like 10 of them. So,
yeah.
Oh god, they're so good.
It's like a really, really sweet, really good teriyaki sauce.
It's so good.
And it comes with this fluffy, doughy, I don't even know what it's called, like a dumpling kind of.
Yeah, it did
like
kind of remind me of a dumpling. But it was so good. So I would have to say that. That or Plaza Inn, of course. That was always my number one favorite. It was Plaza Inn, chicken and double mashed potatoes. Yeah.
Gail says, I went to Florida once. I'm French, so I grew up with Disneyland Paris. Very cool.
Whoa.
Started with pin trading here like year 9. I think they went to say when they were 9. And then Wonder said hello. Gio said, does pineapple belong on pizza? We're not going to talk about that anymore. Lisa says, yes, love me some country food. Yep. Blanquita says, I agree with Evan. Pineapple doesn't go on pizza. It goes on Dole Whips. Not even that. I don't like pineapple.
He doesn't like Dole Whips. Like, who do you know who doesn't like Dole Whips?
I like the orange. I like the other flavors, but not the pineapple flavor.
Yeah, he's not a fan of the pineapple. And I love Dole Whips, but sometimes
Gio,
they're too sweet for me.
Yeah.
Too much. So I don't get the Dole Whip all the time, but if it's really hot and I'm like dying, I will get Dole Whip.
Gio says that they love pineapple on pizza. Lisa is asking, what do you collect non-Disney?
Ooh, if I were to choose, I actually do have a Coraline collection, I guess. I have like 2 or 3 pins. I have the cat, I have... I have Coraline, I have the cat, and I think I have like Coraline's jacket, the yellow jacket. My sister got me those for Christmas one time, way before I got into pin trading and stuff. So I always mention to people that I have Coraline pins too. But yeah, I would love to collect Coraline because that's one of my favorite like spooky movies. Is Coraline. Still gives me the
Coraline Jones.
It's Coraline Jones. Yeah, I love Coraline.
And then Disney Blanquita says those are really fun coasters. You can use them as Christmas ornaments. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Wonder Woman says, I don't like pineapples either. Blanquita says, have you guys gone on a Disney cruise? No.
No.
I would love to, though.
Yeah, we were just talking about that not too long ago. He was saying that he really, like, every time the commercial comes on for Disney Cruise, every single time, he's like, I have to go on a cruise. Like, we have to do that one day. So it'll definitely be on our bucket list, especially mine. I want to do everything Disney. Like, I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Hong Kong. That'd be freaking
Tokyo.
Cool. Oh my gosh, like and he can get into all of them for free, I believe, except Hong Kong.
Except Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo, okay.
Because it's not owned by Walt Disney Company, it's owned by somebody else.
Got it.
But they have the rights to use it. But every other park in the world, I can get in for free.
Yeah.
She can come along. Yeah, you guys can come along too.
Yeah, everyone can come along with this.
You get a ticket, you get a ticket, you get a ticket.
I know, right?
And the cruises too, we get discounts. We get discounts on the hotels.
Yeah.
So be a cast member.
Yeah.
You get a lot of benefits if you're a big Disney fan.
Seriously, like, if it was up to me right now, like, sickness or not, like, if it was up to me, I would still be at Disney, like, 100%. And we would be able to get in literally anytime, any day. Ugh, it's just...
We'd be there every day.
Ugh, I wish, man. So, if you're thinking about being a cast member, I would totally recommend it, even if it's just for a short while. I mean, use up those benefits. I mean, every day get in for free, before work, after work. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's really, really cool. You will not regret it.
Mm-hmm. And the most Blanquita at the end, pineapple on baked ham is delicious. No. Coraline is such a good movie, and
Yes.
I see that they pin trade on the cruise. That is so awesome.
What?
That's cool.
Now we have to go because I want to pin trade on the cruise. That'd be such a cool video.
Booking right now.
Yes.
Done.
Man, I've never been on a cruise in general, like, at all.
Me
so,
either.
I would be scared, cause
No, that'd be fun.
I would be a little scared. I would be freaking out. But I think once all the Disney stuff happens, I think I'd be enjoying it.
Hello, Doi. How are you? Thank you for coming in.
You told Gio. Yeah, do it. Do it. Ooh.
Gio to apply. Oh, yeah?
If Gio were to work at Disney, like, what would he want to do? Like, hotels, food, like maybe like restaurants, or custodial, attractions?
I recommend custodial. It has the most freedom. You get the most hours because we have to be there to close down the parks after the park's closed. Even if I'm considered part-time. I've been there it'll be 5 years next year in May, and I'm still considered part-time, and I can't remember the last time I got scheduled under 40 hours a week. So hopefully we'll get full-time next week, though.
Yes.
You have to apply for full-time.
Yeah.
And usually it takes 3 years. I had a couple of hiccups, but hopefully next week we will be getting it.
He would have been full-time already, but because of my diagnosis, he had to call out a lot, and he didn't have FMLA at the time, so that was our little hiccup with the points. But we're all good now, so he should be getting full-time next week. So that'll be something really exciting and really fun to celebrate, because it's very hard to get full-time at Disneyland. That's very hard to do. But if you work really hard at trying to get hours, like, and trading with people, it's like pin trading. You gotta work for it, you know? So I would always be on the custodial Facebook page trying to trade for longer shifts, restroom shifts, because restrooms you get $1 more, $1 more. And I just wanted that money, you know? I wanted my big check. So I worked 6 days a week, 8.5 hours every day in a restroom was normally my thing. And restrooms are for men, they're not so difficult. For women, it's a whole other game in there. It's a whole other ball game. I mean, in the Adventureland restroom, there's 36 stalls just on the left side. And on the right side, there's about 14 stalls. And you got to clean those 36 stalls. You do have a partner, but sometimes you would get a partner that wouldn't really know what she's doing because she's new, or she knew what she was doing and was really lazy and didn't want to work as hard as I would. So sometimes I would have to work for both of us, and that would suck. But I really liked what I did, so I didn't mind. I had all my little routine down and everything.
I'm trying to think. The men's biggest restroom is going to be, I'm not sure if it's also Adventureland or if it's Space Mountain. I would think it's Space Mountain. pay than the men are. But you got women that are busting their butt the whole hour because we have an hour turnaround per round. The whole hour they're working, and then they got to do another hour round. But for us, I could do both restrooms in 20 minutes, and I have 40 minutes to hang out
Just
backstage or interact with you guys on stage, help some people get on rides or whatever.
It was very difficult, and there was times where people would have accidents in the stalls, or they would have vomit would all be on the floor, so that would take up extra time to clean. I would have to deal with people who clog up the toilets and they start to flood. I remember, I have one funny story. There was a super cute little girl. Her name was Claire, and beautiful, beautiful redhead, and gorgeous.
I know exactly who she's talking about.
And she was kind of new to restrooms. Like, she had a couple of shifts, but like not many. But oh my God, I came back in from my lunch break, and she's like freaking out. She's like in sweat, and she's like freaking out. And she's like, I didn't know what to do. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do. And I was like, what's going on? And she goes, well, on your side, when you were on your lunch, someone flooded the toilet. So it was all dozen stalls it was just flooded with toilet water. So I had to shut down that side, and I walked outside, and what you do, you grab a unused pad, because they're sticky, and you slap it onto the wall so the sensor doesn't keep going and doesn't keep flushing. And then you grab a bunch of mop heads and you just pray for the best. And you just got to start cleaning. So I like instantly did that, and I was like, cool, like everything's good. And she's like, yeah, I called the lead. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, you called the lead? And she was like, yeah. And I knew that specifically that lead of West Side does not like to be called if there's no emergency. And you would think, oh, an emergency, that a flooded toilet sounds like an emergency. In my lead's eyes, it wasn't. And I knew by working with her so much that she was going to be mad when she walked in and was like, why'd you call me? So I was like, great. I was like, oh no, here it comes. And she came out and she was like, what happened? And I'm like, there was a flood in the toilet. And she goes, you got it? And I'm like, yep, I got it. And she goes, okay, why'd you call me? And I'm like, crap. I was just like,
I didn't call you.
I was on my lunch, man. So I have many stories like that where stuff like that happens. And, it's really, really, if you stay in the restroom long enough, like give it like 10 minutes, you'll start to sweat in there. It's hot, it's muggy, it's stinky, it's dirty. There's a bunch of women coming in and out.
Kids screaming.
I'm surprised I didn't go deaf in this year, because I would have babies screaming in my ear when I was changing out the trash. And it's just stuff that we had to put up with, and that's like the not so fun magical side of things, but that's what my job was. And next time you're at Disneyland and you see a female cast member in the restrooms, definitely give her some love and say thank you. Some may ignore you because they're upset because what they do sucks. But some may be very grateful and be like, wow, like that might make their night, because I know it did for me when I would get appreciation. A guest even gave me a pin one time, and I still have it to this day. It's a little elephant pink pin with a little leaf. I've been told it's from Small World.
Okay.
I never knew, but she gave me a pin because she said I did a really nice job in the restroom, and she could, just by looking at me, she knew I had like a long day. So I really recommend giving some love to the CMs in the female restrooms, because it is rough in there. It's a nightmare to some people. I do miss it, though. I do miss it.
All right, we'll move along.
Sorry.
Disney no, you're fine. Disney Blanquita says, I went on a Carnival cruise to Jamaica. It was so much fun. All you can eat all day. It was my favorite.
Oh my God.
That sounds awesome.
I would just set up shop right there and like get my iPad and like my pins and just sit there and eat.
Gail says that it's time for them to go back to baking. It was nice to hang out with us. Have a great night. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye from New York. I know it's really late where you're at, 11 o'clock. So thank you for even just tuning in. Enjoy your baking. Send some in the mail. We'll send the P.O. box and the link in the description. And then we have Wonder Woman says, why would you be scared of going on a cruise?
Personally, I'm into a lot of criminal justice and a lot of the stuff on YouTube, and human trafficking is a thing, okay? And when you're on the ocean, there's like no laws, and like people get snatched. So she said deal. Sweet.
Have a good night.
Yeah, and I'm like, people get snatched, and like never hear of them again. Or you like the fact that like I don't want to get too close to the rail because I feel like I'm gonna fall. So many reasons why I'm afraid of going on a cruise. If I ever do go on a cruise, I'm like sticking to Evan like glue. Like I am not leaving his side. Like no way, Jose. Like I'm gonna make sure like he's right there outside of the bathroom if I go to the bathroom. I do not want to get snatched. Okay.
Right. All right.
Ooh, Catching Killers on Netflix.
Doi says that my friend just started a custodial recently. Nice.
Whoa.
For Disneyland or custodial over on DCA side.
Yeah.
Over in Florida. Where is he working or she working?
That is super cool.
Maybe we know them or I know them.
Yeah, he knows for sure. A lot of the older cast members that we were hired in with, they're probably like long gone now. I
heard
so.
Damien got walked out last week.
Damien, which one was Damien?
Rapping Damien.
DCD?
Yeah.
Sorry, this guy was in our custodian. He would go DCD.
This old white guy. What? Yeah, because he was Plaza Inn. We're telling you the tea right now. So he's been PI men's for a long time, and when I was breaker, management asked if they could talk to him, and I was the breaker, so I had to cover his restroom, and he never came back, and I haven't seen him since. So I was told by a gossiper at work that he has been walked out.
We take gossip from work with a big grain of salt, but hopefully he's okay because he was one of my really good friends.
Well, I looked him up on the roster and his name doesn't pop up anymore, so I think it may be true.
Oh, snap!
You can look on our hub who's
dang, man.
Who's working with you inside of your department.
Yeah.
And I didn't see his name.
You can pretty much like if you look someone up, if their picture's still there, that means they're still in the department and they're still with the company. But if their picture's not there, that means they're not with the company. So if he was told that DCD was walked out and then he's also not on the roster, that tells us that he was probably let go.
Yeah.
Which
he was
sucks
a nice guy
because
too.
I know how management is, and I know that it could be for not a right reason. In my case,
he was also like really comfortable with people though. So.
He was really comfortable with when it came to women. I mean, he wasn't like touchy or anything, but he definitely would say things he probably shouldn't in a work environment. And I always told him, you're gonna say something wrong to one specific girl, and they don't hire minors at Disney. They hire all 18. But I told him like one day you're gonna talk to the wrong girl, and she's gonna not think your joke is funny.
Yeah.
And because his jokes were not funny, but but you're gonna get the wrong girl, and something's gonna happen. So
Hi. Our daughter just walked in.
She's been watching.
You guys are listening to the tea right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of, when it comes to Disneyland, we will say there's a lot of gossipy groups in every work environment, but at Disneyland it happens more often because there's so many different cast members, there's so many different personalities, and it can happen, so.
Yeah, it feels like a high school environment, but if you just stick to yourself, that's why I mostly just do restrooms, because you're by yourself, unless you're female that has a partner, but men are always by themselves. So I normally just stick to myself and try and just hang out with you guys, either in chats on live streams, or I'll just walk around the park and just try and get people on rides.
Sorry, do you mind if you change Riley's diaper for me?
Sure.
It looks, she's having a little bit of a rash.
Ahoy, Hellbound. And then I'll just say that you have to watch Catching Killers on Netflix. It's such a good series. Disney Blanquita says.
Yeah, I haven't really watched Netflix in a while, so I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm gonna change Riley's diaper. She's still in diapers. She's gonna be
not
2
yet.
Yeah, she's gonna be 2 next month, in a couple weeks. So she's not 2 yet. So we're hoping soon to start potty training her. But thank you. I just saw earlier she had a little bit of a rash going on, so that's why I want to make sure we're keeping this on check, for any parents out there, But yeah, that sucks, man. So pretty much getting walked out, when you get, I know this personally, when you get fired and let go, the management team of your department walks you out to make sure you don't stay backstage because you're no longer a cast member. So they take your blue ID and they walk you out. So and it sucks because they do it like in front of everybody. Like anyone who's just chilling at Starbucks backstage or is gonna get ready for a shift and walking in, if they see you being walked out by managers, like then that's where the rumors start, and that's when the gossip be like, oh, I saw so and so getting walked out. So sadly, I keep up with some of the gossip he hears because I'm no longer there, but I take it with a big grain of salt. I don't believe everything they say, but and that really sucks. I was really good friends with him. He was a lead for a long time already when I was there. He was a really chill, like laid back guy. Didn't really care much about management, which is probably why they were happy to get rid of him, because he was always one of the ones who liked to rebel a lot. You know, man, that sucks.
On the bright side, I hear that no one wants his restroom, and that's the longest shift.
Oh.
10.25 hours from 3:45 to 2:30 in the morning.
Sweet. Evan might be able to take his restroom.
So if no one else wants it, it's mine.
Yeah. Doi says he's a short Asian guy, the guy who works at as custodial.
I would need a name.
Yeah, I knew of a short Asian guy, but he was a manager and he no longer is there.
Kevin?
Kevin, yeah. Oh. He was like my mentor. You saw her like run across.
Her thrash isn't getting better.
Isn't getting better?
It's not. It's so really red.
Sometimes a bath helps it, so maybe we can give her a bath later.
We'll give her a bath after the stream. I'm gonna head to the bathroom.
You just see her head running across the
See
street.
a little bun just bouncing off.
Her little Who else saw that? Did you guys see Riley like run across like half naked? That's great. I love her so much. She's adorable. Ahoy. I love that you say that, ahoy. Hellbound. How did you decide on her name? So, Evan and I, we were trying to figure out a name. Like, we came up like with so many different names. Obviously looking through baby names on Google, like just looking through everything. And I just came across Riley and I really liked it. And the way we spell it is Rhylee. So it's like Riley. And so it's not spelled like a normal Riley. And I just really liked how it looked. I thought it looked really beautiful. Then we eventually came up with her middle name, which was Rose, because we wanted to pay tribute to his great-grandmother in some way, and she loved roses. She loved to have her own rose bushes. So we thought it would also be a beautiful middle name. So her name is Riley Rose Nelson. So yeah, took us a while to come up with her name because we obviously like you're coming up with this little person's name that they're gonna be known for the rest of their life unless she changes it, and it's really hard. It was really hard, and we felt like we were under a lot of pressure. So we really wanted to get a perfect name or name that we really loved, and we really loved the name Riley Rose. I mean, it just slips off the tongue really well, and it looks beautiful when you write it out. She's running. Go, Mama. She's running. Yeah, so Blanquita asked if thank you, if we want any more babies.
I think I'm content with just Riley. Being a parent is very tough. I do love her to death, and I mean, if we were able to choose, I want a boy. But I mean, if I get stuck with two girls, they'd be like, I love them both, but I really wanted a boy. So
Yeah.
Did you read Gio's Any Scary Stories from Disneyland? Did you redo that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's also a little far away, so when it comes to the ones on top, I can't read, but the bottom one I can read because it's right there.
Right.
So I apologize for skipping your question. Any scary stories? Yeah, so I remember I was doing my last route of Space Mountain for trash, and it was closing, so it was like 1. And I was really, really like, I normally don't get scared being alone at night at Disneyland. But I don't know why that night I was in the queue inside of Space Mountain where it's all like space looking with all the colors. And I was going down the tunnel and stuff. And I just felt like something behind me was like, first of all, I felt like someone was behind me and there wasn't. And it also just felt like someone was telling me to get out. Like, if you ever been in someone's space and they like want you gone, like they want you out of there, it just felt like I was like, get out. And like, I just felt so overwhelmed for some weird reason, like out of nowhere. And I was just like, okay, I'm out of here. So I did my round and I left. What else? We have had a lot of cast members say, so do you know in Haunted Mansion, which they do say Haunted Mansion is actually haunted by a little boy named Timmy, right?
I don't know.
I think it's Timmy or Tommy. One of those.
I think
with a
Tommy.
T. Timmy or Tommy. And it may be Tommy, actually. And there's a room. So when you get into the hallway where all the portraits are, there's actually a room. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a cast member randomly coming out of a wall. It's right where the portraits start to begin on the right-hand side. There's a little door right there where cast members are like come backstage, and backstage is lit like this. It's really bright. It's not dark at all. And so because of that, they don't want the magic to be ruined and to be broken. So you're supposed to enter a room, have that door behind you closed, and then you're supposed to walk into the hallway so that way it remains darkened. And a lot of cast members, and if you ask cast members of Haunted Mansion, they will say they have felt someone tug their robes that they wear while they're in between that room.
I know what you were talking about.
Also, custodial too. They say that he tugs on your pouch that they wear on their side for tools and stuff. So they always say that little Timmy or little Tommy is tugging and likes to say hello a lot. So I've never experienced it myself, but I definitely have gone through that little doorway room a lot, and it freaks out you guys every time. Like when I pop out, like every guest would be like, "Oh my god!" and I'd be like, "Hi," just popping through.
There's a lot of those doors that people don't know about. Just your doors you're able to go in and out of, and there's a lot of ins and outs at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I personally have never had any ghost experiences of any form, so I'm not really big on supernatural stuff because nothing's ever happened to me about it. So I heard that there's 999 ghosts in the Haunted Mansion. That is true.
They're always looking for one more.
They're always looking to make it an even 1,000. Did you want to volunteer?
Just bring your death certificate. Let's see. Am I missing anything?
Doy says that my name is, sorry if I botched this.
Or his name.
His name is Capina.
Wow.
Sorry if I botched that name.
Well, it's a really unique name, so if you ever come across it at work. But yeah, or you can look him up on the roster.
True.
Let's see.
I don't think I've ever
I'm
heard
good.
of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm good. I want to join them.
Yeah, the thing about Disneyland at night, especially if you are closing. So back when Chris was working, it was 1:30 in the morning. Now it's 2:30 in the morning for us.
Yeah.
You're walking through the whole park. I used to be stationed over in Critter Country. That was my land. I would have to walk from Critter Country all the way down to Main Street in like silence. No sounds, no people, no music.
Yeah, it's creepy.
It gets really eerie walking through the park at night.
Especially like if you're completely alone, like there's no like other like third shift workers out there yet. It's creepy. But I just saw this question and it made me laugh.
How'd you guys start dating? Who made the first move?
Thank you for asking questions, by the way, guys. I really appreciate it. Who did make the first move?
My phone made the first move, unintentionally.
Yeah.
So I was a lead in Critter Country, like I said. At that time, I was closing Critter Country, and Chris opened that day with a different lead, who we love dearly, named Jim.
Jim.
And we were switching over, and Chris was an aspiring lead at the time and wanted to walk around with me, and she asked me a couple of questions on how do you be a lead and what inspired you to be one, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And what happened was she said that her cat was cuter than mine. And people, I'll leave her be. But Princess Leia Valderon Nelson is the cutest cat that I ever known. And I said, no, it is not. Her cat is a cute little boy who's gray and white. And what kind of breed is Leia again? A long hair. Tortoiseshell. So she's like black and orange and just gorgeous. But she's lazy as hell.
Yeah, she's sleeping right now.
And I was texting her. We exchanged, I think it was just Snapchat at that time. And my autocorrect called her baby by accident.
I was like, baby? I
was like, I'm so sorry. That was not intentional.
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
Yeah, like he literally was like, I am so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Because like he had a girlfriend before me and they actually had just broken up. And they were together. I mean, we both had relationships before each other for 5 years, which is really weird. What a coincidence. And I was single for like maybe March, April, like 2 months, and he was single for like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks, and we both had previously had 5-year relationships that we both decided to end, and so I was, just talking to him and stuff, and he replied like, "Okay, baby," and I was like, "Baby, what the heck? Like, what?" And he was like, I'm so sorry," and it was like really funny. So I was like, "Well, like, if people start questioning why you call me baby at work, like, I'm gonna tell them." And he just was laughing and stuff, and we ended up just still talking together. It was actually on Facebook that we were talking together at first, but then it did move to Snapchat for some weird reason. I don't know why. I think I just was using Snapchat a lot at the time.
You're on like this long streak with somebody. I think you just weren't off the app. I think you're on like a...
Yeah, because I had just gotten introduced to Snapchat like when I was there as a cast member, so I was doing all the streak thing, with a few friends, and I was just happened to just say, "Hey, it's messaged me on Snapchat," and we just kept getting to know each other. We kept asking each other questions, and was it me who made the first move? It was. I think I told him that I liked him, and he sent me one of those like memes of Patrick like doing the little. He sent me. I told him I like him, and he goes, like, "Me?" And I'm like, "Yes, like you." And we just started. He said that he had feelings for me too, and we started to, go on dates and stuff. We went on a few dates that I can remember, like movie, beach, mini golfing.
Back when you were fun.
I was fun back then. Back when I was like able to actually stay up late and like hang out and go on walks without having to be in a wheelchair. So back when I was young and healthy.
She's still fun. I just like to give her a rash of crap.
Yeah, he's mean.
All right. Doi says, "Do you get discounts? Excuse me. Or complimentary drinks at employee Starbucks, or is it normal Starbucks? I noticed that Starbucks from the monorail thought it was cool."
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they changed the prices for us, but whatever price it is on their menu is what we pay. I think it's normal prices, because I pay 4 or 5 drinks for a coffee if I ever go there, but I don't go there often enough. So I think it's normal priced.
I only went in there because I was never like a active Starbucks drinker, so I don't remember the prices. I've only been in there a few times, and then I haven't been in since 2019, so I don't remember. Maybe he could go and check one day and see.
I mean, I have to pass it every single time I go.
Yeah, it's so like what you guys see from the monorail, that Starbucks, it's actually called Harbor Point, right?
Harbor Point.
And it's pretty much where every cast member, well, there's 2 entrances to get inside of Disneyland for work, but that's mainly like the most popular way to get into work. And that's where cast members enter for the day, and they can choose to go to costuming, Starbucks, or like somewhere else.
Go to Windows 9 and 10, which is behind Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain behind there.
Where our clock is.
It's really cool.
I don't think we get any discounts or anything like that.
No.
Hellspawn says, "What inspired you both to become YouTube content creators?"
That's a great question.
So I'm the one that started doing CastMemberAdventures first. If you guys go back in our videos, I started doing vlogs over a year ago.
Yes.
So what inspired me was that when we were doing the pandemic, I watched my favorite YouTubers, Paul's Theme Park Adventures, Wonders of Magic, Best Life and Beyond. I know I'm missing a few.
You watched Christine Attractions Live? Because she was at Disney World?
I only watched her a little bit, though. I wasn't watching her religiously yet.
Oh.
That was once I already started doing creation is when I watched Christine.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I watched these vloggers, and I love Disneyland, and I was already working there, so I thought, well, I want to do what these guys do, and I want to vlog what's new, and I want to take you guys on my trips with me and show you any hacks or tips and tricks that I had.
Yeah.
So if you guys go to our old videos, those are all the videos that I did to begin with. Those are all the ones that I edited.
Yeah.
Up until I stopped doing it, I just lost my knack for it. I didn't want to really do it anymore. A lot of stuff was happening outside of work too, just with Chris got sick, and then before that, just financial stuff with work and all that.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing it, and then when Chris got diagnosed in April, she said, "I want to do pin trading. I want to make YouTube videos." And I said, "Okay." Well, I mean, at that time, I didn't even have 100 subscribers yet. I had like 90. So I was like, I already have 90 subscribers. If you want to just use our channel, I mean, you were a cast member.
Yeah.
So it still is relevant.
Yeah.
And she said, okay. So she started making all her videos and editing all her videos, and I'm just the camera guy sometimes. So I'm trying to get into a little bit more, obviously, with the live streams. I like this stuff more rather than the pin trading itself. I'm not huge on pin trading, but I do like the interaction with you guys.
Yeah,
So.
he definitely loves meeting you guys. He loves doing lives, and he wants to make more vlogs and do more live streams inside of the park. Of course, I'm the pin trader lover. I was going to make my separate YouTube channel for pin trading, but he was like, no, like he gave me the green light to use CastMemberAdventures, and he came up with CastMemberAdventures, the name, and pretty much like he just made this channel and was kind of ghosted on it, and I just wanted to bring it back to life, and I wanted to do pin trading, and I thought, hey, well, if anyone is willing to watch or subscribe or be a part of my journey, I wanted to talk about my cancer. If you are new and you're watching this, I have stage 4 breast cancer, and I'm only 24 years old. I was diagnosed April of 2022, this year, and I pretty much said, F it. Like, I literally, as soon as I got, as soon as the doctor told me you have stage 4 cancer, I looked at him and I said, I want to do YouTube, and I want to make a channel, I want to do pin trading, because when you're told that you're, like, potentially dying, you don't care what people think of you anymore, and, like, when you're told that you're going to lose all your hair, you're going to have to get this thing in your chest, and you're gonna, like, your whole life's gonna change, like, you just don't care at that point. And, like, I was just like, I'm gonna do this, you know, and I'm gonna, if anyone wants to join and come along, you're more than welcome to, and if you don't want to, that's totally fine. I get it, you know, and you know, there's always someone out there who's willing to be a part of my life, you know. So I really appreciate everybody who has pretty much just subscribed and liked our videos. So thank you guys for liking the live stream. I don't really like push it like, oh, make sure you like and subscribe and make sure you do this. And
yeah, you hear it with every single video that you watch, so we kind of know that you know better. If
you know the
if you
drill.
like it and subscribe it, you're
Yeah.
gonna do it anyway, whether you want to or not.
I don't really push it, and the only things I do push maybe is the Instagram, so you guys can see what we're doing when we're not doing YouTube videos, and also Patreon. And that's just because if I was you, I would do it, because I would want to get my favorite YouTubers videos early. And sometimes I know you guys like to donate, and I'm like, well, if you just donate this one time, you guys get for a whole month my videos, you know, and if you feel like donating again next month, you can also watch my videos before anyone else does, you know. And this last week, I posted 5 videos onto Patreon, so all my 2 patrons were able to watch these videos that are not even posted yet, and they've already probably watched all of them.
I mean, they beat the other 430 people that haven't gotten to see them yet.
Yeah, I have, you're crazy. I've got 2 vlogs, chemo vlogs, and I've got 3 pin videos up, so, on Patreon. So, you know, I honestly push that not for me, but for you guys. And I made it at $5. It's, you know, I could afford that myself, so I just tried to make it as affordable and reasonable as I could. And I'm trying to be more active on there too, because, you know, you guys are paying for, you know, me service, so I want you guys a good service, and I try my best to just the videos don't have any thumbnails or anything. I just upload the video because I just want it to be up and viewed. So how do I add
on that Patreon? You mean like a link into the chat?
I know that in our old videos I have the link to Patreon, or if you go to our YouTube bio, like the channel bio, we do have the Patreon link there. Personally, I've never bought anything like from Patreon as myself, so I don't know how that process is. But I just have it up for, you know, for anyone who feels like doing that. Of course, we have our Cash App, the donations and stuff. I don't work, and right now I'm really struggling with Social Security to get checks. So everything that I've bought and everything that I do, and like the gas money that we spend to go to Disneyland, because we get free parking and free entry, but the gas is not free. So it does take up quite a bit.
Sorry. You have a 2-year-old.
2-year-old. But yeah, I just...
Sorry, I'm very bad at this. I was just going to say that gas went down to 480 something.
Oh yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, near me at least. I don't know around here.
No, it's still like 5:30.
Dang.
So I drive all the way out to Bellflower from Riverside. It's an
Yeah.
hour drive to get gas at a good price.
Yeah. So we unfortunately live an hour away from each other. So I live here part time, and whenever I need extra help and my parents are working, I come here because I need help with Riley. Because taking care of a 2-year-old when you have cancer is really hard. It's really hard as it is when you don't have cancer, but when you have it on top of it, it's hard. And it's a struggle. But yeah, so feel free to go check out the Patreon. Like I said, those 5 videos are still not even out. I just posted the We Bancy Adventures vlog, so that one's up. But we have 3 more videos on there that are only being viewed by my patrons. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right. Dizzy
On the next.
Blanquita says, I think she said this isn't a question, but I wanted to say that you guys are really awesome. I enjoy your videos and appreciate that you do videos. You
Yay.
can really see the love you guys have for Disney. Keep it up.
Yeah, he's a Disney nut. Like before, I wasn't really too much into Disney because I think the working there kind of the working there kind of ruined the magic for me. But when you have he like loves it constantly. Like he loves and breathes Disney. And for me, I just recently discovered Disney pins, and it just makes me happy getting a new pin, especially when it's a really cool pin or one that you want for your collection. It's definitely something that gives me dopamine, and it makes me happy, and I'm just addicted to it, and I love it. And I really do need something like this right now because I'm only a couple months into my diagnosis. I got diagnosed in April 10th. And like if you ask any cancer patient out there, they will tell you the exact day they got diagnosed because it's not a day you forget. So April 10th of 2022.
That's almost coming up on 4 months already.
Yeah.
In 12 days.
My mom was just telling me that. She was saying, we're coming up on 4 months. Because I've been really struggling mentally with the diagnosis. I've been struggling with just mental health, And sorry, I cannot talk about it without getting emotional. And I was talking to my mom earlier, and she said the same thing. Like we're coming up on 4 years or 4 years.
4 years.
Months.
Oh, cow.
Imagine 4 years. We're coming up on 4 months, and she said that I'm doing good. Like I look stronger, I look healthier. I had lost a lot of weight. I lost like almost 30 pounds in less than a month when I first got really sick. And I first got really, really ill with my body. Like my body, it just was shutting down on me. Like I couldn't walk, I couldn't work. I would be limping at work towards the end of the night. I would just be limping and hurting in my feet, like my bones. And that's because the cancer had gone into my bones. And at the time in 2019, I had no idea. So, you don't think about cancer when you're young, and you don't even think anything can really happen to you. You feel kind of indestructible because you're so young and healthy and just living your life, and I had no idea my body was just killing itself, and I had no idea. So that's when he said, like, I got ill was back in 2019, 2020. When we were making those videos, my feet were killing me. Like, I couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes. I still can't without hurting. So it's not as bad anymore, but it's definitely still there, still a problem. I got really ill in February of this year. I got really ill. I mean, like vomiting a lot. I mean, I lost a lot of weight. I had no appetite because I was afraid of vomiting and going to the bathroom constantly. So yeah, we eventually figured out it was cancer through a CT scan that I did at urgent care. And then through that, the doctor said I should go to emergency room. And as soon as I walked in, they had already had a bed ready for me. So I thought that was weird, because emergency room, it takes hours to get seen. And I had a bed right away. So that was kind of a red flag. And then the nurses and doctors weren't really looking at me. They were kind of like giving me the side eye when they were like doing their computer stuff. And no one was speaking to me. They were all just kind of like looking at me. And I now know it's because they all knew I had cancer and I was really young. So they just felt really bad and didn't want to be the one to tell me. And then the doctor came in and finally sat me down and gave me the speech you guys hear in movies, like, I'm sorry to say this, but you have cancer, and we found a tumor in your stomach. Actually, they said that I had fluid in my stomach, and then they said that there's a mass that looks like a tumor and it seems to be cancerous. And that moment I'll never forget. Like, and unfortunately, because of COVID, thank you COVID, I was alone in the room when he told me that. So I had no Evan, I had no mom, I had no dad. Like, it was just me. And my whole body just went numb. And in just a few days before, I had asked Evan what it feels like to go into shock, like, because I never have experienced that. Like, I wonder what you go through, and I was in shock. My whole body went numb, and I couldn't really feel anything, and I wasn't crying or anything. I just asked him, how does he know? Like, is he for sure? Like, how does he know? Is he sure that it's cancer? And he doesn't like what he told me, but the doctor said, just like you can tell a dog is a dog when it barks. He goes, I'm pretty sure it's cancer. And I was like, dang. So I called up my mom. And a few minutes before the doctor came in, I was trying to guess what was wrong with me because, like I said, I had a lot of red flags from all the doctors and nurses and just how I was being treated and no one was telling me anything. I was like, this is bad. I told my mom, I texted her. Oh, that's Leia.
Here's our Princess Leia of Alderaan Nelson.
She's big.
She's gorgeous, I tell you.
And fluffy. And there's mommy. Yeah, it's Leia.
All right, we'll move on. Hellbound says, keep it up. Really enjoying the content. Geo says, is it hard to edit?
No, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's only hard if you're, like, the video I made talking about the diagnosis, I decided to delete all those videos because I was crying like a baby in all of them.
Sorry, our baby's right here. The little hand.
And it was really hard because every time the wind hit, I had to, like, stop talking. So that was hard to edit. But I decided to just trash that and make a new video very soon. So I promise I'm going to make it. And, yeah, so pretty much it's easy to edit. You just boop, boop, boop. Especially for pin trading because you record, you press record, right? And then you film the boards like this. You film. And then you obviously see which one you like, and you're like, okay, I want that one. And then you choose. You're like, all right, I'm gonna get this one. Then normally I press stop and I give to Evan, and he'll record me flipping through the pin folio and choosing which pin to give away. And then we'll just boop. And you know, normally if we don't mess up or we don't say anything, it's normally pretty easy to just add those together and just boop boop and just keep adding and adding. And you could get fancy with it somehow. I'm not too technical. I know that like Disney and Adam Christian, every time they go to the board, they have the name pop up down here in a banner. I don't know how to do that, but I also just don't kind of feel like doing it because I record the store or like say where I'm at when in the video, so I don't feel like I need to put it down there, and like unless you guys want me to, then I will. But normally I show and I say where we're at, and so I can skip that because I'm lazy. But it's not hard at all. It's very easy. Yeah,
and then when I did it myself, my hour-long videos took me like 30 minutes to edit.
Yeah, he was really fast too.
Yeah, so and I added on the music. I added on like scenes on top of each other. I made it more like a movie like project rather than just like a walkthrough. So
yeah.
All right, so Disney Blanquita says, I see you're more active on here now, Evan, and it's nice to see you grow as a creator. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really nice. I before he wasn't really in the videos, he's kind of like the Jazz to my Adam, if you guys know Adam Christian's channel. He's like the Jazz, like kind of like hiding in the corner, not really talking, and then like he's now like running the whole thing.
I'm not running the whole thing.
Yeah, but
I'm just running the Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. So he runs the official CastMemberAdventures page. So that's all him. We also have a Twitter that I never promote because I don't do Twitter. I don't really know how to work it. So he also runs the Twitter. If you guys love Twitter, you guys can feel free. But if you don't follow, I totally understand. I don't use Twitter. I use like Instagram. I don't even use Facebook anymore. But Instagram, the only time I'll use Facebook is for like the pin collectors, like Facebook groups and stuff like that. For like help and advice, I go on there.
I only use it for shift trades.
Trades, yeah.
We have
for
shift trading
Facebook,
pages on there. Do you know how to pronounce this name? I don't want to botch it. Adrian Logan, you're such an inspiration. I love your videos.
Thank you so much. I love making these videos, and like I said, they're really easy to make, so it's not hard at all. It doesn't, give me a headache. Sometimes it gives me headaches. When the Wi-Fi acts up and it's like lagging, oh my gosh, then it's a headache. But it normally it isn't, so it's fun.
Yeah, sorry it takes us a while to answer some of these questions. We just want to make sure that, especially for ones that are only doing like, we've only asked one question, that we elaborate, and
Yeah,
we
we're
don't want to
talkers.
just, we don't, she's mainly a talker.
I'm a talk. I could ramble.
Just want to make sure everybody gets their questions answered.
Yeah, we will get them answered. We promise.
Dizzy Blanquita was asking about how do I add on Patreon. I'll add it on myself there. Thank you. She says also it's okay to be emotional. You've been through a lot. Sandy Simmons, hello Sandy, says, do they know how it might have happened, your cancer?
I asked my oncologist. I looked at, because my oncologist will answer any questions. So if you guys have any questions about the cancer, ask them down below. I will write them down, and the next time I see my oncologist, I will ask him, because he will sit down and answer every single question I have, and he's amazing. So I asked him the question, how long do you think I had cancer in my system? Just based off his professional guess, you know. He guessed for a while, like a couple years. He guessed that, because I had felt a lump in my armpit, and that's normally how women do discover they have breast cancer, is the lump in the armpit. And I discovered the lump in the armpit in, funny enough, April of 2021. So a year before I got diagnosed, I felt the lump. And it scared the heck out of me. I mean, I woke him up in the middle of the night and freaking out, because the way I felt the lump, I was laying down, and when you shift over, like you're like laying this side and you want to shift over, I did that, and I felt the lump move. So I was like, what was that? And I freaked out, you know, and obviously I went to cancer, and I was freaking out, and we got it checked and everything, and that's where I said last night that I was told by a specialist that just to go home, you know, it's probably nothing, and I listened. So to answer the question, he says as long as ever since I felt the lump, but I felt the lump in April of 2021, but I also had a hardened breast tissue, or hardened breast, for a long time, like way before I met Evan, probably like end of high school, I want to say. So a long time I've had this hardened breast, and now it's no longer hard. So that was the tumor, and I had no idea. So a long time, I have no idea, you know, how. Before, when I first got diagnosed, my doctors told me it was probably through genetics, but we did genetic testing, how many, like 70 something testings worth, and they all came back negative. And I did hear someone next door to me during chemo, she said the same thing to my chemo nurse. She said, I don't know how this happened. We did genetic testing and it all came back negative. It just happened to her, you know, and it happened to me. So, no idea.
All right, and then Dizzy Blanquita says that she's precious. Hi, Riley.
Yes.
And says that you should do TikTok.
Yeah, you know, I believe my name on TikTok is Chris Nielsen. If you guys go on there, I record and do make a TikTok when I first literally got diagnosed that day. Very emotional, very hard, and I guess I just wanted to make a TikTok, and I made one, and it actually got a lot of views. It got
like 20,000 something.
It got a lot of views, and like just randomly. I don't know. I guess I just used a popular song, and it somehow got really popular. And then after I got out of the hospital, it was obviously really hard emotionally, so I stopped doing TikTok. But I was doing TikTok for a time. You guys are also going to see my belly. You're going to see the fact that I used to do workout videos. I was really into trying to lose weight. I was trying to become healthy. And I just had this really, really bloated belly. And it looked like I was pregnant again. And that was the stomach fluid that I had no idea I had. So they had to drain me. It was gross.
All right, and then Blanquita also says, I have a question. If you could have a dream job, what would it be?
Ooh. I always say, for some weird reason, I've always wanted to be a dentist. If it came to just, I was like a genius and I could pick any career, I'd probably want to be a dentist, or... I don't know. Probably like have my own company, like run my own company. Like, he has a family member, she wants to own her own coffee shop, and she's like 17 or 18 years old. And I'm like, when I was her age, I was like watching anime. Like, I was not interested in trying to come up with my own business, you know? Mm-hmm. So I definitely would I would want to either have my own business or be a dentist. Those would be my dream jobs. Thank you for the questions.
We have Wonder Woman saying, what time will you be getting to the event on Sunday?
I don't know. What time do you want to get there? It's from 11 to 6.
On Sunday.
Last time we went, I think we got there like at 11 or 11:30.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got there like at 12 because we said 11:30, but we were running late, so we got there like at noon.
We can get there at noon again. I mean, it was already pretty busy and people didn't leave for a while.
It's
I was
so
debating
busy.
about live streaming
Oh.
the Kraken show. If I decide to do that, would you guys want to watch us at the Kraken show?
Yeah.
You guys can kind of see what it looks like and look at all the different pins that everybody's got.
Yeah, and the Kraken show itself, their Instagram, sometimes they go live themselves. So I was thinking, yeah, like if they do it, I'm pretty sure they won't mind if we go live. It'd be really cool. I'm definitely gonna film a video that day, so you're probably gonna see me filming while he is most likely gonna be doing the live stream.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to answer your question, Blanquita. My dream job would be to play the major leagues. I'm a big baseball guy. My dream ever since I was a kid to play baseball. I played up to high school baseball, and then my senior year I hurt my shoulder, and that's where my competitive playing stopped, unfortunately. Blanquita says, Chris, I have a question. My friend makes some really pretty head wraps, and accessories, if it's okay. If bring you some to the Kraken event, I think they will come in handy when it gets colder as a gift.
Oh yeah, like I have head wraps and I learned how to use them and how to wear them, but it's just been really hot, so I don't wear them, and I honestly just rock the bald head, you know. I'm honestly not fully bald yet. My sister and I were just talking about that
Your
today.
hair's growing back.
Everyone thinks my hair's growing back, and I don't see it. Like it just looks.
It's thicker up here.
How weird. I have no idea.
Because you're not like, I've seen like girls that are bald at Disneyland, like bald, like no eyebrows, no nothing, and I can tug on this.
I still have some eyebrows. I have my eyelashes still. They're very little, but I have them. I mean, I still have armpit hair. I still have leg hair, a few leg hairs. But I have hair still. And I don't know how. Normally, some women, their first chemo session, they're completely bald. Their third chemo session, they're completely bald. During my radiation, I was going to radiation, I think last month for like 10 days. I did see a woman who had hair like mine, but she had like bald patches. I don't even have bald patches yet, you know. I still have hair, and I don't know how, but it's weird. I don't understand.
Sandy Simmons asks, are there any tests we could do to... Are there any tests we can do to screen for it early? I'm assuming she's talking about cancer.
Cancer. You can do ultrasound is like the easiest form, in my opinion, to check if there's any masses. Sometimes ultrasounds, though they're not as good at finding masses. It won't go that deep. So CT scans are great, and of course MRIs are great, and what else?
Do self-checks too.
Yeah.
So definitely do self-checks, and then I would say even start going to mammograms at a young age, because I mean you just never know where it's gonna hit.
Oh yeah, like, and what sucks the most is, you know, your doctor's most likely gonna like look at you and most likely laugh at you and be like, you're young, you have no family history of cancer, why are you worried? You shouldn't be worried. I don't want to give you a mammogram. And it really, really sucks. I mean, they told my sister that they didn't want to give her a mammogram when she just told them I was diagnosed, her immediate sister, that I was diagnosed with cancer. They told her that they weren't wanting to do a mammogram. And my sister was like, you know what's funny? My sister was told the same thing, and right now she's in stage 4 fighting for her life. So as soon as she told that to them, they were like, okay, we'll do a mammogram.
And didn't they find a lump too?
They found a mass in my sister's left breast, the same as mine. And they still, I will say this, they still did not want to give her a biopsy. They were like, it's a mass. It doesn't seem to be cancerous to me, just personally. And thankfully, my sister took my advice, and you know, you just yes, they're doctors, but they can be wrong. And my sister was like, well, again, my sister was told the same thing, and now she's had stage 4 breast cancer. So you're going to give me a biopsy. And they agreed, and they did the biopsy. And luckily, it came back as nothing. It's, what do they call it? It's like just a normal
Scar
mass.
tissue?
Yeah, it's just a mass, and they were able to do a biopsy, and it's not comfortable doing biopsies. You don't feel any pain, but it's just really scary. It's really uncomfortable. So my sister went through it, and she did what she had to do, and thankfully she's okay. But we're now gonna keep an eye on that mass. But it's really hard out to get a mammogram, to get checked so early when you're not in your 40s. They look at you like you're crazy. So if you're a fighter and you really want to check, tell them my story. We'll say, well, this girl, I know Chris, she was told that she's too young to have cancer, that she's healthy, that nothing's wrong with her, and now she has stage 4 cancer because they kept telling her that, and they didn't catch it on time. So maybe they'll have a change of heart. Maybe they'll realize, hey, maybe we should help this person out. So hopefully, especially if you have family history, like I said, they still might look at you and say you're crazy. So really, really push for that. Tell them my story. If you know you have cancer in the family, you tell them that, and you're like, hey, I just want to keep an eye on my body. It's very important. So CT scans, MRI, ultrasound even, and see what they say.
We even had a doctor. I just want to say real quick that if you're still here, Doy, thank you for being in here, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I just want to make sure everybody gets acknowledged when they leave.
Yes.
That a doctor told us that their wife got cancer, and the reason why they even told her that she was fine, and he was a doctor and he knew their BS and said, no, you need to check her like now. Or like I'm gonna sue.
Yeah.
So
And
I mean, even doctors on doctors, like you got to push it.
You got to really which is crazy. Like you would think that they would really want to help people be aware of cancer, and there's all this cancer awareness stuff, but when it comes down to it, the doctors look at you like you're crazy if you're if you're younger than 40, and you're just like, what the heck? Like I'm trying to do the right thing and be aware and do these tests, and you guys are denying me that.
And taking care of yourself.
It's weird. So but yeah, like as Evan said, definitely do self-examinations. If you have breasts, if you're a woman, do self-examinations. That's pretty much just like touching your breasts around, feeling around for lumps, and if the ball moves, that's a red flag. Definitely, feel around, feel in also your armpits, and actually go up. They said like check all around because and your neck. You could get lymph nodes. I had a couple lymph nodes, they told me, in my neck, which are little balls, and I actually did feel a lymph node, and I told him, and he was like kind of skeptical about it, but I did feel one right here, and it's now gone, thank goodness. So I had 2 lymph nodes. I had one here and I had one in the armpit, and those are, I think, pretty much just balls. And yeah, if you feel anything, and if something inside of you feels like, hey, something's wrong, you know your body most, you run to that doctor and you tell them, I feel like something's off. And if they don't believe you, just keep talking to someone who will, because it's so important to get that checked. And like my sister, it could be nothing. And unfortunately, I do have another subscriber. She did come to me and say that her mother just got diagnosed with cancer because they did those scans. And unfortunately, she has cancer. They don't know what stage, and they don't even know what it is. But yeah, it really sucks. She was told that she's gonna get a port, same as me. It's covered with a Band-Aid right now. Going through everything I pretty much have gone through, but she's a much older woman. But still, it really sucks. So I feel really bad for her mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks.
On a happier note, Sandy asks if we are going to the Oogie Boogie Bash this year.
Yes!
On her birthday!
I'm very excited. I've never been to the Oogie Boogie Bash. I've never even been to like the Mickey's Halloween party, so unless I was working that party. But I've never been as a guest, so I'm excited to get candy. I'm excited to go on the rides. I want to get on Guardians.
Meet the villains.
I'm going to meet the villains. We're going to do, we don't normally do a lot of meet and greets, but for the characters, but we will for the Oogie Boogie Bash, and I'm just so excited to take pictures. I'm gonna also Disney bound as the Disney villain. I don't know which villain just yet. I'm still debating, but I'm gonna go thrifting for the villain costume I want to wear. And
I thought we were gonna do Yzma and Kronk.
Yeah, we were thinking about Yzma and Kronk. I wasn't sure if you were completely down. So I also was thinking about doing Shadow Man from Princess Tiana. But yeah, he may want to do Yzma and Kronk in their laboratory when they go. So we were thinking about doing that because it looked really cool and so freaking funny.
Tiffany says, Sandy, yes. Halbon says, ahoy to Tiffany. Tiffany has been here since we started. Hi, Tiffany. Gregory T. Evan, is the magic there for you at Disneyland or not so much? It is for me. I'm a Disney nut. I can go there pretty much every day and just still ride all the rides. For a while, she got kind of tired of just going on rides and just wants to do pin trading. But when I go there, I just want to go on rides. Hi, Mama. So it's still there for me. I'm not going to lie. Earlier today, I was driving over to pick up Chris, and I was listening to the Disneyland Forever soundtrack on the way to pick her up, and the Pixar Play Parade soundtrack. You could see in our YouTube history that it's there. So I love Disneyland. I've been going since I was a little kid. My first memory was going to Disney World at 3. At that young of an age, I remember bits and pieces of it. I don't remember the whole trip, obviously.
Yeah.
And then my other main event that I remember is that when my parents got divorced, my mom took my sister and I for 3 days. So we got to do that, and we got to do Magic Morning back when that was the thing. It's coming back later this month, too, or next month in August. It's coming back. But for only 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it's not an hour.
30
it's only 30
minutes?
And only some rides.
It's going to take you 30 minutes just to get to Galaxy's Edge.
You can't do Galaxy's Edge.
What?
You can only do some rides. But yeah, I used to go a lot, and my dad would drop me and my sister off, like literally 8 and 10 years old, say, go have fun. And we'd walk around the whole day by ourselves, which was crazy for him to do.
Can't do that at Knott's anymore on the weekends.
Gio says, Dodgers? No. Unfortunately, I am an Angels fan.
Yeah.
My great-grandfather was the Angels radio producer back in the 60s, so being an Angel fan is in my blood. My dad's at the game right now, and based off a text I saw earlier, it said Angels suck. So
he said Angels suck.
I'm assuming that we're losing. So
yeah, like they're Angel fans, but if they suck, they're not afraid to say we suck and turn off the TV. So
yeah. I mean, we'll watch them, but once they start losing, like bad enough where we know they're not going to come back, I'd rather be doing something else.
Yeah.
So my dad's at the game, and he's right behind home plate, like literally like 5 rows back, and he called me and he says, "You want to go to the game tonight?" And I'm like, "Dude, I just picked up Chris, and I'm already in Riverside. I was just over there."
Like we were just there.
Yeah.
In LA, like close to Anaheim.
Like 20 minutes away.
And then we were like 20 minutes from home in Riverside, and he called. So I was like, oh man. And they're good seats too. Like I wish I could go.
And Shohei Ohtani was pitching tonight too.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we're losing anyway. So
he was doing good at first, but sounds like we're not doing so well now.
Hellspawn says okay to Tiffany. And then Dizzy Blanquita says, Gio is obsessed with baseball. He lives and breathes the sport. So, love to talk baseball with you a little bit more, Gio.
Yeah, if we ever meet up, Gio and you guys can definitely talk baseball.
You and I could bicker about Angels and Dodgers all day long.
That's how you met Austin. We have another friend who's actually going to do me a solid and get me into Disneyland one day. I actually think we're just going to hang out, so we're just gonna get in, and I'll film a short video like as we go along to the pin boards. But they're awesome. They're gonna get me in. But I introduced him at Six Flags. I had put together a little like fun day, like to go to Six Flags with the custodian cast members. And my friend Austin was standing in line, and I was just like, Austin, Evan, you guys like baseball? And I put them together, and I said, talk about baseball. And they did. And now they're like, we're all really good friends. And
been to a couple Angel games together?
We've been to Angel games. Yeah, luckily he's an Angel fan too, so
yeah,
that was beautiful. Just meant to be.
Wonder Woman says, Blanquita, because baseball is life. Yes.
I wasn't really into baseball. I was raised a Dodger fan from my family, the other side.
That word makes me vomit. Sorry, Gio.
I was raised that team. We won't say the name.
The D word.
The D word. And when I met him, he obviously wanted to convert me into an Angel fan, and I obviously wasn't really into baseball as it was, so I was more than willing to, go to the other side. So I apologize, Gio.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally cool with. I don't mind the Dodger fans. I don't know. It's just like that rivalry that the Angels and the Dodgers have. I mean, it's just all fun and games.
Fun, yeah.
So I see that Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman said she's a Dodger fan too. I mean,
We had another friend. Actually, I haven't been in contact with him, Devin.
He's a Dodger fan.
He's a Dodger fan, and they get along well. They obviously love to like
Bicker.
trash talk each other for fun, but yeah.
But we all hate the Astros, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. They should call them the Trash Shows.
That's what we call them. Let me see.
Angel fans, yay!
Doy said that he had to go. Already got that one. Gregory T says some doctors are so awful with their care. Yes. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Sucks. I've had a few bad ones. But I just want to say to Tiffany, because she said that she's been watching us from the beginning. Like, that's so cool. I feel like I also have that kind of connection with Adam and Jazz. I started watching Adam and Jazz when they were like around 100, like close to 200, and it's just so cool to watch your favorite YouTubers grow and become this amazing huge channel. And it's just so cool, like, because now they're at 1,000 subs, and I'm just like, whoa, like that's insane. And I'm just so happy for them, and it's super cool. And I just appreciate you for sticking around for so long, and hopefully you stay for longer until you see us get 1,000 ourselves, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not expecting everybody to chat, but we're just, obviously this is a Q&A, so we're not just gonna sit here and ask our own questions. So if anybody's in here just lurking, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
We've done our fair share of lurking too, so we get it.
I'm more of a chatter. I
love to chat too, but I've done my fair share of lurking. You know, having in the background.
It's 9 o'clock right now. I think I'll give us another 30 minutes and we'll call it so we can give Riley some dinner, put her to bed and all that.
Yes, we gotta be parents.
Yeah. All right. So we got about 30 more minutes, guys.
Oh, Lovely Adventures! You came in again.
You come in at the last second every time.
No.
Hi, Dollar Tree. Gio is asking me what position did I used to play. When I was in high school, I was about 150 pounds thinner, and I was a center fielder. So I was really fast. I ran track, and I used to play the outfield a lot. So when I was on the junior varsity team, I was in left field, and then on the varsity team, I was in center field. And then when I hurt my shoulder, I had to stop.
Sorry.
And then my team, my high school team, TVHS, won at Dodger Stadium. Believe it or not, we went to CIF at Dodger Stadium and we won. But since I dropped from the team, I didn't get a ring before.
Dang.
So unfortunately, if I stayed on the team injured, I would have got a ring. But I felt like at that time that someone deserved my spot. I shouldn't just hold a spot. What is that?
It sounded like Leia.
Leia's right there.
Yeah.
Is it the baby?
We just heard something weird and...
Yeah.
No, she's right there in the kitchen.
But we won our CIF title at Dodger Stadium.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen out.
Maybe one of the kids are here or something. Wonder saying that they're a Dodger fan. Wonder Woman saying I'm cool with Angels fans, but good to the Astros. Gio, as long as you're not a Giants fan or an Astros fan, you're good. For a short time, I liked the Giants a lot. I went down to AT&T Park at the time, and I just fell in love with that stadium. And that was back when they had Matt Cain, Angel, back when they had Tim Lincecum, all those good guys. So I liked them for a while, but now I mostly just stick to my Angels.
For Left Lane Adventures, I have my pins right here. Which ones did you want again? If you can comment all the pins that you wanted to trade me for. I have them here. I just want to set them aside so I don't trade them, so I don't use them. So I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but if you could help me out, that would be great.
Blanquita's kind of like you. She said, I was never into baseball until I met Gio. He took me to a baseball game, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
And I actually won a signed bat from Justin Turner. That's cool.
Whoa.
I went to my first Trash Stros versus Dodgers game, and it was epic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. A signed bat by Justin Turner. He used to not be very good, but now he's a pretty good player. Wonder Woman says, I don't like the Giants or Yankees. I agree with the Yankees part. Left Lane, hi, Chris and Evan. Sorry I joined in late again.
Sorry.
Chris, more pins. I want more pins. I want on your new book, and we are hoping to DM you tomorrow, if not Saturday.
Okay.
Dollar Tree Crazy says hi. Hi, Dollar Tree Crazy.
Hi.
Hellbound saying hello to Dollar Tree Crazy. Left Lane, I'm always doing that. Paula P, I am a new subscriber. Forgot whose live stream I was watching. Who said to sub to your channel? I'm a diehard Giants fan from when I was a kid many years ago.
Oh no.
Well, whoever it was, thank you for having been sent over to our channel.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, he's an Angel fan. I was forced to become an Angel fan.
Top 3 MLB favorite players of all time. As a kid, my very favorite player was Troy Gloss. I got to go to his house when I was a kid. He lived in Corona when he was an Angel for the third baseman. I got a signed ball from him.
That's cool.
My second favorite player of all time, I'd say it probably has to be Babe Ruth, obviously, because he's the greatest player of all time, the most well-known baseball player of all time. And then if I could pick a current player that's not Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout, I'd probably say Vladdy Jr. He's very exciting. It's just like his dad, but plays first base. And no, he plays third base. First or third base, I can't remember. But power hitter, has all the charisma, very talented.
My favorite Angel player is what was his name again? I have a.
She likes Brandon Marsh. She thinks
Brandon
he's
Marsh.
very, very.
No,
handsome.
I'm getting mixed up with Jared Walsh for some weird reason.
She likes Brandon Marsh.
I always get them mixed up, but Brandon Marsh, he's my boy. I love him, and I hope he never shaves his beard or cuts his hair.
But I can't have long hair or grow a beard.
It's nice to look at, but when it comes to like no. But he does amazing plays though. Like when he freaking goes to the floor,
he's
like
a great
drives,
defender,
catches. Oh.
But he can't hit to save his life.
No, yeah.
Left Lane says, I will write that right now. It will take a little bit to write. One Roman says, the high school I went to is known for baseball. Very cool.
So cool.
I think it was funny. The high school I started when I was a freshman was a D3, and I got denied playing on their team. And then I went to Temecula Valley High School, and they're at D2, and I got a spot on their roster. So it tells you how political high school sports is. Paul is saying hello to Hellspawn. Gio says in 2002, I didn't know who to root for between the Angels and the Giants. Oh, you tough.
Oh, man.
You obviously picked the Angels, right? You can't go with your division rivals. In 2002, I was 6, so
Wow.
that was very exciting. I got to skip school and go to the parade after that.
That's really cool. Man.
Paula, or Hallbound saying Paula P, most like it was just a guy and a girl. Yeah, probably.
Probably. Yeah, they're awesome. They're really, really cool.
Really, really nice people. We're all caught up. We did it.
Yay! I'll show my pin folio again. I know you guys saw it on Instagram.
While you do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right.
I pee like a racehorse, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, he pees all the time. TMI. But pin time. Out of all of these pins, guys, which one is your favorite? I'll show this side first. So here's the first top. If you notice, I put them kind of in like their groups. So like that's Beauty and the Beast. This one's Frozen. We go down to a little bit of Little Mermaid. We've got Scuttle. Got the villains. And then we've got Monsters, Inc., a couple of those. Dopey, Haunted Mansion, Alice. Those are my only 2 Alice pins I have right now because my sister collects Alice in Wonderland. So anytime I get an Alice pin, I go straight to my sister. And if she likes it, she'll keep it. If not, I'll keep it and trade it. And then this is the other side. Oh, it has the film. My bad. This is the other side. And again, thank you so much, Disney Blanquita. She got me this pin folio. I really, really appreciate it. It has helped so much. And this is the Sensational 6. Oh my gosh. And then we go down to Bambi. A couple of Bambis there. We go down. And this now it just kind of goes to like random because I didn't have pins that went together. So like we got Marie, Cinderella, Tiana, Tinkerbell, Matterhorn. So those are all of my pins that are up for trade right now. Unless someone tells me like a couple of you guys are interested in some of the pins I have in here, I will save those unless someone also wanted it. But I'll save those and pretty much gonna trade them away at the Kraken event. But I'll save these if anyone wants to meet up there and trade away. But yeah, let me know your favorite pin. My favorite pin out of these. It's so hard to pick.
I don't know if you read this, but left lane says Bambi, Dumbo Coffee Cup, Mike and Sully, Dewey
Mike
and
and
Louie,
Sully. Okay.
Marie. Dizzy Blanquita says that the robot Mickey is so neat. Left lane says Pegasus, Fanny Pack, Mickey, and Pluto, Woody, Wishable, Baby Pluto, and Lady, and Oliver and Company.
Gotcha. Thank you.
That's all, I swear.
That's all. That's it. Just your whole collection. I want to trade. Just the whole thing. Let's see. I think it's really, I hate myself because I feel like it's so simple, but I really like the Flexum and Jetsum pin. It's right next to Monsters Inc. right there. I just love them, and I never see pins of them really, so I really like that they look really cute, and they're not dead yet, so they didn't turn into a crisp. It would have been funny if, like, Ursula shot them and they turned into, like, a plate of food or something. Like
Fish and chips or something?
Yeah, that would have been funny. But they, like, go in, like, little bits and pieces.
Sorry, it's a lot, left lane says.
No worries. I'm excited to trade.
Disney Blanquita says Sven is a cutie too.
I know. I actually do have a Winnie the Pooh wishable pin, but I'm saving that for a special trade with someone who I just got into pin trading. My friend's niece. She's super cute and she loves all the wishables and wants to collect all of them. So I'm gonna help her out and give her the Winnie the Pooh for a trade. So
it's like 13. She loves to trade.
I love trading, and I still have more pins in here, but they're like not that great. But I still got some more in here.
She trades pins so often. Sometimes I wonder if I'm next.
Available for trade now, guys. Maybe Gio, you want to trade? Blanquita, you want to trade? We got this really cool Walt pin I got at the Traders in downtown.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got these two. And then I got this. Did you want this Tinkerbell one? I feel like someone asked me for this Tinkerbell mug, and I don't know, and I forgot. And these are going to be Evan's. He's going to keep these. He likes them for the Star Wars collection.
Blanquita says, I have those too. I meant to say those are the coolest. I have to show you mine. I'll trade Blanca for Evan. Deal.
Deal. Oh. I feel like Gio's gonna get in trouble for that. Get him, Blanquita. Get him.
No Dodger games for a week.
No Dodger games for a week. That's great. Oh.
Left lane wants the Dumbo one.
Dumbo. I love the Dumbo one. It's super cute. I just got it in too.
Anybody have any more questions or anything else you guys wanted us to chat about, elaborate on? We have about 20 more minutes before we're going to call it quits here.
Yeah, anything at all.
The baby made a mess in the kitchen.
Oh, God.
There's crackers everywhere.
Oh, God. That's what happens when we let her do her thing.
It was quiet for a long
It was
time.
quiet for a long. It's quiet right now.
Come here.
Leia of Alderaan.
She's a baby.
She's
She
beautiful.
says, I'm just a baby.
Oh yeah, I keep watching those on Instagram where it's like, I was born a cat, I identify as a cat, but according to my mom, I'm just a baby. I love those. I want to make one myself because I have so many pictures of my cat Sunny and of this one being super cute. I'm just a baby.
Gio asks, are there any other sports you guys are into? When it's on, I like football. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I can't really get their games that often unless it's obviously on Fox. So, but I pay attention to the Packers. And then Carlos says, does Disney still have the motto, Safe D begins with me? I don't think they do. Maybe they do. She doesn't do that anymore because she knows that she gets in trouble.
Come on. This is Willow.
Hi, Mama. All right.
Hind legs aren't too strong. She hasn't done it in a while.
She just knows she gets in trouble when she jumps on people, so she doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Because she's a good girl.
She was like, I don't know that command.
All right, go on. You gotta let mommy be right here. Go on. But she says, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. All right. Gio is an Eagles fan. Nice. So you hate the Cowboys. Cool. Left Lane says, when did you get that Marie pin that was in your book?
You know, we just got it at the downtown Disney when we were live streaming, I believe. Right?
I think so.
Oh, wait.
No, I don't think so. Not during the live.
We were... Oh, no. I think it's in one of our... I have to edit it. Oh, no, I think it's already posted. I forget what I edit and what I post. But it's in one of my videos. I don't know if it's posted. No, it's the sunny day video. We have a video that's going to come out. It's on Patreon right now. Pretty much, I just named it a sunny day training at downtown Disney. We got those very recently. I got both of them, the Marie and the Cheshire Cat, on the same board. So someone must have had the collection of the pack and put them both down for a pin they wanted. So I got very lucky coming up on those 2 pins. It was really cool.
Hellspawn. Huh?
Sorry. Left Lane, she says she collects Marie.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Spawn says, what motivates you both to work so hard?
What honestly, if I'm not working on like anything, so in this case I'll say like working hard on YouTube. If I'm not doing that, I'm probably like gonna be really, really bad mentally. Working hard for me, I've always been a workaholic, but like if I'm not doing something constantly, I'm not gonna be okay. Like, and my psychiatrist knows it, I know it. I'm very self-aware when it comes to my mental health, and yeah. So if I'm not keeping busy doing something, like anything, whether that's watching videos or making my own videos or taking care of Riley, like I am not okay mentally. So I go to really dark places really fast, and it's just my motivation, honestly, to keep me going, because I don't want to be there, you know.
Yeah, and I would just say that I obviously have a family to support, so I try to work as often as I can, but with Chris being sick, I do miss a lot of work, a lot more than I wish to. Yeah. If it were up to me, I'd work 10-hour days, 6 days a week, consistently, but right now I probably get 3 days a week in. Chris needs me a lot, so whether that comes to chemo appointments or if it comes to her just having a bad mental day and she needs me to stay home. Luckily, I have the FMLA right now to cover that, so I don't get in any trouble. But right now, you see this house that we're in. It's not obviously ours. It's my grandparents who I live with because I don't make enough money. So this is also kind of cool that on the sides, I think I'm going to start doing more live streams before I go into work, so I can hang out with you guys. And then if that makes me money, then cool. I mean, everybody wants to work towards their job that they eventually want to do. So like they say, you work your 9 to 5, and then from 6 to 10, you do your job that you want. But for me, it's going to be before my job. So my 8 to 4 or whatever, and then my 4 to 2:30 at Disney. So, I mean, I love working at Disney anyway, but if I can make live streaming a job, that'd be cool. But if not, then I don't mind working at Disney. So
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely one of the hardest workers I've known. That's why I fell in love with him, because we both had the same work ethic. We both are really, really, like, if we're not working really hard, like, it makes us mad that we, like, have to stay home sometimes, or if he has to stay home. Like, today he had to call off work because I had appointments to go to, no one to watch Riley. Then I have chemo tomorrow, so luckily he has tomorrow off, but it just really sucks.
I don't have tomorrow off.
Oh, no, you're calling out?
That's next week.
Oh,
remember, we're going to chemo, and then I'm going to drop you off at your mom's, and then I'm going to work
after.
Oh,
yeah, okay, yeah. So we're working out tomorrow. He has to go take me to chemo for 4 hours, and then he has to drop me off and then go to work for like 10 hours, and then come back, pick me up, and take me home. So he does a lot of driving. He does a lot of things that he shouldn't be doing, but, you know, I really appreciate him, because it really sucks. And that's another thing that's on my mind a lot, that I hate it. Everyone's schedules now revolves around me. So like my appointments, I can't miss them. So I have to be there, and I have to have someone to take me, because I don't drive, and I just don't trust myself to drive. And so like my mom and my dad and my sister, like everyone except my brother has to work around me. And even then, like if my brother wants to go somewhere and someone takes the car to go with me to my appointments, he's kind of screwed and stays home, you know. So it just sucks that I have so many people whose lives revolves around me, and it really sucks because it's not in a good way. It's, I feel like I'm a burden sometimes on them, so it sucks. Sorry, I'm emotional. I cry a lot. I'm a crier, but yeah, like just getting real. I really have been struggling mentally. I've talked about it last night during the live stream. I just want to be really open with you guys that it's not easy. I make it look easy. I guess I've been told by a lot of people that I'm really joyful. I'm really happy for my situation, and I'm not like that all the time. I try my best to film myself if I could when I'm having a mental moment, but it really is difficult to just be strong sometimes and like keep going, because I never know when it's going to turn bad, and I never know if my next appointment they're going to tell me that the tumors aren't shrinking, and it's just such a big fear that this thing's going to take me, and it's like it's not fair, and like and the thing about cancer, it takes the best people in the world. Like I feel like I'm a good person. I feel like I treat people with a lot of respect, and I try to be as happy as I can. And then for this to just hit me, like, before I got diagnosed with cancer, thank you, Left Lane. I love you guys. Before I got diagnosed with cancer, I actually lost my job at Disneyland. I feel like I was wrongfully let go. I feel like situation, sexual harassment, kind of left the managers with a bad taste in my mouth, I guess, for coming forward. And then one thing led to another, and eventually I put my trust in the wrong people, and eventually the managers were able to let me go. And losing my job at Disney was like the worst thing that honestly ever happened to me before this. And then like to finally get over that mentally, and then to get hit with stage 4 cancer, it's just like why does like the world keep testing me? Like why do I keep getting put down? And I have a daughter to take care of, and I have things I gotta do. I don't have time to do this, to fight cancer. I don't want to. So I try my best to be as joyful and happy and everything, but it's a hard struggle, and I just wanted to open up because I have been struggling this week with it, and
she climbed up there herself.
She climbed on the bed right now.
The tall bed. She got up there herself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just like I just wanted to be real, and I wanted to just show you guys like my emotions. I wanted to show you guys that it's not easy. It's really hard, and I have moments where I'm up at 3 a.m. I can't sleep. I take edibles to help me go to bed at night because I just can't focus on falling asleep when I have a lot of what ifs in my mind. And I know I probably shouldn't say like what if this happens, what if this happens, but I just can't help it. It's just a fear in my mind constantly, and I just hate it. I hate having cancer. I wish I didn't have cancer. Sorry, we got a notification saying 20. There you go. I just feel like cancer is like, I hate cancer. Like I truly, truly hate cancer, and I wish that we can figure out the science behind it. I wish we can, cure people, but sometimes we can, and there's miracles, and sometimes people don't make it, and I just don't want to be the one to go. I don't want to go.
Blanquita says, I'll DM you, so Chris, I will DM you so we could trade. I'll send you all my traders.
Yes, please.
Was voice texting, sorry.
I do that too.
You saw that. Left Lane collects Marie. I love watching your live streams.
Live streams.
Spawn says, what was your last movie you both went to? What did you think?
It should have been Thor: Love and Thunder, but the day we were gonna go on its premiere night, I got really ill from the cancer, and I couldn't go. So we haven't seen Thor since. I really want to go.
The last one we were watching was Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
While we were eating Del Taco.
Yeah, at 3 a.m. because I couldn't sleep.
That movie's great.
I love Thor Ragnarok. It's my favorite Marvel movie.
Wonder Woman says she's going to DM you.
Yes, thank you.
Blanquita is asking, what is our side hobbies aside from pin trading?
Oh.
She's got like...
I've got a lot of them.
20.
So I love do. I have them right here so I can show you. I really love coloring, and I have these markers called Ahuhu markers, and I do color pages like this. Before pin trading, I was actually considering about being a like coloring book enthusiast on YouTube, coloring tuber. I don't know what they would fall under. I'm really into coloring, and I love these alcohol markers. They're really cool.
I'd probably say that's my favorite one that you've done.
Yeah, I was working on this one. She kind of looks like Historia. If you guys have ever watched Attack on Titan, she looks like Historia.
I like she looks like Ackerman.
Really?
The haircut.
Or you could say she looks like Armin. I love anime, guys.
That's what I meant, Armin, the blonde.
Oh, if you guys have any, this one looks like Armin. If you have any like anime suggestions, I will definitely watch. I love anime. I've watched Attack on Titan, which is so good. Oh my god. And I love Death Note, Black Butler. What was the other one? Kingdom. Oh, Naruto. Duh. Like Naruto's like my favorite anime of all time. I want to show them more pictures.
I play video games. That's pretty much what I do if I'm not at work or.
Yeah.
I do it pretty late. I want to try and get some in tonight if I can.
Sure. This one was my first. The first I've ever done. The first time I used Ahuhu markers. So that was really fun. I stood up all night when I got them. I stood up all night doing this because I was so excited. And I haven't. To be very honest, I haven't done it in a while. I've been too focused on YouTube. But like, there's just so many cute books, you guys. And if you are interested, this is on Amazon for like $6. It's called Chibi Girls, and they're really fun. I mean, look at this one. It's really, really cool. I have my Uhuhu markers, which are kind of like, if you know Copic markers from Michaels, they're like the cheaper versions of that, but they still get the job done. They're really nice markers.
We'll go through these really quick. We're coming up on the 9:30 mark. We have 6 minutes left. Left lane says, just keep swimming. Left lane says, we love you guys. We got prayers from Spawn, Geo, left lane. Geo actually has like a hand heart type thing, and so does left lane. Clarissa has hearts.
I'm just showing you guys my hobbies at this point. I have a lot of them.
Yeah, she drew that. Blanquita says, we just got told today that my uncle who has terminal cancer has 6 months left to live, and I feel like the people who have cancer are the sweetest and amazing people. We love you, Chris.
Right?
Stay strong.
I feel like cancer takes the most amazing people in this world. Like, there's a lot of people that, I mean, they do bad things, you know, and like, why not them, right? Like, why the people? Gone. Oh my god, Riley's diapers on. Riley Ross.
You're naked.
She's been doing that.
Don't look. She's gone.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like cancer takes the sweetest freaking people in the world, and like, oh, it just gets me so angry, man. It's like, why? Yeah, Riley just ran past butt naked, so we do have to end the stream soon.
Spawn was with hearts and prayers. Left lane has a lot of hearts saying we love you, Chris.
Thank you.
Left lane says we will DM you. Also, we will send you my traders. Spawn says, what celebrity would you both like to meet? Let me read the rest because they're just comments, and then we'll get back to Spawn's question. I have those markers too. They're so nice. Left lane said that.
Oh yeah.
Chris, I have something for you. If you love coloring and art, I'll give it to you Sunday.
I love art.
Evan, do you play Animal Crossing? I do not. I play like first-person shooters like Fortnite, Overwatch, Call of Duty, stuff like that. Paula P says, I'm so sorry for what you're going through, especially at a young age. Hopefully,
sucks.
Talking about it with us or anyone helps a little. Remember to give yourself permission to grieve and cry. Hugs.
It does, yeah. Like, it was really bad. Like, when I first got diagnosed, like, I was in the hospital for 10 days. So the diagnosis didn't hit me, really, because I was, like, too busy, like, getting blood work done. And I apologize. And just doing, like, blood work and stuff, I was kept really busy. So, when we finally came home, I like broke down. Like I like was screaming, crying, like the really ugly cry. Like I just broke down. Because I couldn't believe it, you know. But on happier notes, I'm working on this one. Spawn. I love Betta Fish.
Spawn says I like to draw too. Left Lane says I love art. What celebrity would you both like to meet?
I personally want to meet Johnny Depp because I love him and he's just such a chill person. And like, I just feel like I would love him. Like, he's a much older person, but he just seems like he's a cool dude to be around. So Johnny Depp. Plus, my mom would freak out if she met Johnny Depp.
I mean, I work with celebrities every day. Mickey Mouse is my boss. So, I mean, I don't think it would affect me all that much.
These are so cool. Like, I just want to show these off. Look how cool that is. It's really cool.
What celebrity would I like to meet? I don't know.
I also like to paint, guys.
I'd probably say Elon Musk. He seems like a very interesting guy to talk to.
Really?
Yeah. And he could teach me how to make billions. He and I could become friends, and he can teach me how to make money. Spawn says my snookums.
Schnookums. So I won't lie, these were like $70, and Evan bought them for me. So they're really worth it. But to show you, they look like that.
Mickey Mouse is your boss. He is.
Yes. And then it's a fine tip.
He beats us if we don't do a good job.
He beats.
You like that? All right, we got a minute and a half here. We're probably gonna cut it off here. So,
Do I have any other hobbies?
yes,
I have painting, drawing,
puzzles,
coloring, puzzles,
yelling at me.
yelling at you. That one's more of a job than a hobby. Just kidding. Oh, I used to play guitar, but I don't have one anymore. I would love to get another one and start up again. But I used to play guitar. I learned when I was in 9th grade. What else?
Sing.
I sing sometimes. Not that great, but I sing.
I think that's pretty much it.
I feel like I have more. I have a lot of hobbies. Too many to count. But I think that's it. But I'm really into art. I love art, anything art, like painting, coloring, drawing. It's a lot of fun. I have a whole art table over here. My desk is like a whole table.
All right, last question, then we gotta cut it off. Chris, do you have all the pins I want set up to the side? Probably not.
Not right now because I have to go through them, but I will. I promise.
DM her on Instagram again.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and I'll show you all the pins are gonna be together. I didn't know you wanted the Monsters Inc. one, so I will take that one out of my pin folio like right now. And yeah, I will.
Blanquita says I was a Sunday school teacher for kids and I have many art supplies and paints. I'll bring them to you Sunday. You're spoiled, girl. So does that mean Gio? Do I get a baseball? Because she's getting like all this stuff and I'm just like here. Like, what the heck, man?
Yeah,
all right.
nothing.
We're gonna have to sign off. We gotta go be parents and we gotta clean up this mess that this girl made. We gotta give her a bath. We gotta eat dinner, and we gotta get ready for chemo tomorrow. So we're gonna sign off, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Who are you? All right. Have a good night, Spawn. Have a good night, Left Lane, Blanquita, anybody else that's just lurking in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, Chris, Evan. CastMemberAdventures, and remember that adventure is out there.
Bye, everybody.